Salve to Discipuli, this is Mickey Strabbetti, and you're about to watch the pronouns review video covering stages 1 through 25. First, some quick rules. A pronoun stands in for the noun. Pro literally means for. There are three types of pronouns: personal, demonstrative, and relative. We'll save relative pronouns for another lesson. They have the same case functions as nouns, so go ahead and review these quickly. And pronouns will always match their antecedent in number and gender, not necessarily case, because sometimes the pronoun will be doing its own thing in its own clause or maybe even a separate sentence. All right, so here are our personal pronouns chart. Here's the first person one. So all of these have to do with I or we. Second person, this all has to do with you or you all. The third person personal pronouns, he, she, it, their, to or for him, her, or it. If there are these backslashes, that's because the masculine, the feminine, and the neuter are different. If there's only one in this line, that means that they're the same in all three genders. Notice that for the most part, the letter E is the base here, and then you've got 1-2 adjective endings on here. It doesn't work all the time. For example, the id and the is. But for the most part, they are your 1-2 adjective endings. And then we've got our demonstratives. Hick, hike, hawk. It translates as this or these. Think of the H here. So it's this one right here as opposed to illa, which is that one over there. So here, these ones, those ones over there. Again, you're going to see some similarities. You've got an accented IS here. You've got OS and AS for the accusative plurals. If you start to study these, you will recognize a lot of similarities between these endings and the 1-2 adjective endings. There are definitely some differences though, so you definitely want to take some time and study those. All right, let's go ahead and do some practice. So copy down these sentences, underline the pronouns, label the function of all the words. If possible, draw an arrow to the antecedent. It won't always be possible, but try to do it, and then write out your translation. All right, first sentence, te, is our pronoun. Domina is the subject. This is accusative, so it's our direct object, and then we have our verb. The mistress praised you. All right, senex this is nominative, it's our subject. Mihi is dative, it's our indirect object. We've got a accusative direct object and our verb. So the old man gave a horse to me, or you could say the old man gave me a horse. Nos is our pronoun. It's modifying Romani. Romani is the subject, sumus is the verb, milites is a subject complement. So we Romans are soldiers. Vos is our pronoun here. Dominus, nominative, subject. Vos can be nominative or accusative, but since we already have a definite nominative here, this is going to be our accusative and therefore our direct object. We have a complementary infinitive. It's completing the idea of the main verb. So the master wants to inspect you all. We've got a prep phrase here. Here's our pronoun, nominative, subject, verb, another nominative, subject. E is dative, so it's our indirect object. Venum, direct object. Dedit is the verb. E is referring all the way back to Barbilus. So Barbilus was lying in the bedroom. Quintus brought him wine. Or you could say Quintus brought wine to him. All right, eam is our pronoun. Nominative, subject, accusative, direct object, verb, tota turba, that's our subject, accusative's direct object, verb. So eam is referring all the way back to Galatia. So Galatia was cursing her husband. The whole crowd heard her. Okay, notice how eam and Galatia, they're both singular, they're both feminine, but here Galatia is nominative because she's the subject. Eam is accusative because she's the direct object. Same up here. Barbilus and ei, both singular, masculine, but this is dative and this is nominative. All right, so pronouns always stand in for a noun. They will have the same number and gender as their antecedents, but oftentimes their own case, and they refer to someone or something in the sentence or in the greater context of the story. Well, late to discipuli,